Hello, hello, hello. What do you know, guys? I've actually made it to video 3. We're on a roll. Okay, this is the one I literally prayed about because this is where the disaster hit last week. So, first and foremost, thank you, especially if you're just joining me. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you all. I would love if you would like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to build my channel. That being said, I'm also going to be working really hard on improving the quality of my channel. I'm very new to technology, and I will be honest, few things in life freak me out, but technology, for whatever reason, it does. And the way I learn is I can't follow tutorials. I've had the most amazing, wonderful, lovely people even FaceTime me and try to walk me through it. And yeah, it did click. Cree from Cree Rama, she explained how to link things. That actually finally clicked. So I'm one of God's very special children, and so it takes me a bit. So thank you for those of you that have stayed with me since I started, and for those of joining me. I'm working really hard at improving. And I'm also learning how to do tutorials, so thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your patience as I learn how to do this. Now, so if you would like to be on my Happy Mail list, find me over on Facebook at Jackie Black, and shoot me a message with your address and I'll add you to the list. For every 50 new subbies, so I think we're working towards 650. I honestly haven't even looked at it because I've been so busy doing book boxes. I will send out some Happy Mail. I send out smaller packages for every 50, and then when we hit the big numbers like 700, 800, and so I send out a bigger package of Happy Mail. I generally try to remember to message you and say, what would you like? Because I'm going straight down the list. Doesn't matter where you live, I will send you a package of Happy Mail. It's just when you pop up on the list. So the faster we get to it, the faster the Happy Mail goes out. So thank you. You can also find me on Instagram. And so I appreciate each and every one of you. So today and in this video, I'm going to attempt to just show you how you do the bones of a book box. I am going to link in the description box the 2 artists that I actually found. I love them. They're who got started. Now, I have ADHD, so my mind is very squirrely, and I don't have one idea going at a time. I have 35 ideas going at one time. And last week that really tripped me up because I have to date made, I don't know, like 10 of these. And each box I've done a little bit different. I tried different ways to do it. So I don't follow tutorials. I suck at measuring, though I did find centimeters work better. I'm just going to show you the bones, okay? On my last video, I did show you all like a supply list. Let me see how I really did try step by step for y'all. So let's see, where did I put that paper? So here's the supply list. Again, you don't have to use what I use because I'm gonna flip the camera on and try to do one book with you from start to finish. You don't have to have my supplies. Go on Pinterest, YouTube. The only thing that's going to stop you is your imagination. Whether you are an experienced crafter or you're just starting and you have a squirrely mind even like me, which I hope someone out in YouTube land has like this kind of mind, because it doesn't stop you. But this is all you're really going to need, is just a cardboard box, okay? I'm going to use hot glue because I tried the different ways to do it. Hot glue just makes it faster to show you on camera. I do not know how to edit, speed things up yet, and so that was just the easiest way. I did try really hard to do measurements for y'all, so this is just an approximate thing for you. One of the boxes was these measurements. Again, I really suck at measuring. I just literally plop something down and start cutting. That is how I roll. I understand not everybody else does, so I did try to write it down for you to show you. So what you will need is get out your cardboard. If you followed me on the last one, you should have already had it cut up. If you don't, just stop this video and then cut it. I also wanted to let you know you don't have to do this corner. It's a personal preference. I like the curved look of the spine, and there are several different ways to do it. I'm not going to even attempt to show you guys all of the different ways to do the curved spine, okay? Because there's a lot of different ways. I'm showing you the easiest way that I found to do it and how I did it because, you know, I'm not that artsy. Like, I couldn't draw a circle if I wanted to. I just found like this glue bottle. I use them, or a paint bottle, glue, paint, whatever it has, depending on the size of the book you're doing. I literally just laid it on the cardboard. I traced around it and then I cut. Okay? All you're wanting to do is once you have your base, again, I'm going to give you generalized. Do your book any way you want because you can. You're going to want to come, I have to draw the little lines because when I look at something visually, I don't see it straight. I have grids. I have every kind of ruler that you can imagine. I have quilters, rulers, and I still just don't see things. I use the rolling cutter, what are those, whatever those are called. Like, I have everything and I still struggle in that area, but I want you to know, even if you struggle cutting to a straight line, you can still do this, okay? And I hope me sharing that with you will encourage somebody out there, because I know when I first started, I watched all these amazing artists and everything was so beautiful and so perfect, and I struggled so hard. Please do not give up. God created each of us so very special. And he really showed me that. I wound up becoming a disability advocate. And in that process, I was terrified. But God began to show me that he just creates each of us differently, and every single one of us have a gift. So be inspired by every artist that you watch. I am. They inspire me, but I've also learned that I don't have to be like them. Find your niche. Find your place, because all of us have a place. It doesn't matter how many YouTubers are out there, how many artists out there, you have a place. So I'm going to give you basics, okay? For me, I do take my little Tim Holtz ruler, which I love this because it does have the little grid on there. So then I just have to follow the little lines, okay? So you go in, and again, this is how I do it. I go in about 1/2 inch to 1/4 of an inch. Because how you want to picture is, this is my bottom. Take 2 pieces of your cardboard. You want 2 of these. Cut it out, glue it together. And then I draw the line in here. Then you're going to want a front piece. Now, you can do these boxes doing a back piece. Down the road, I'll show you that version, okay? I tried to think, what was the easiest box for you to make? And that's what I'm trying to show you now. I personally write on it, just like I had to learn when I was doing junk journals to write top and bottom. And I did that because I sewed in my signature upside down. Okay? I told you I'm special. So I have to write like all of these little cheat sheets for me. I'm sorry. I'm on some new meds. And they give me horrible dry mouth. So get your cardboard. I'm doing the hot glue because it goes faster. And I'm using masking tape because this will help you when you are putting your lid on. Your spine on. It just kind of holds it there while the glue sets in. Hopefully I will not burn myself. That's why I was pulling away from hot glue when I made wreaths, because I literally was making a huge Grinch wreath and I gave myself 2nd-degree burns. Very painful. So I'm back to using it because it's a very inexpensive way to do mixed media, and it's super easy. So you're going to want all your pieces. You're going to want your base. You're going to want a front piece that's going to go here. You're going to want your sides. And these are 4 that you would glue 2 and 2. And you're going to want them. And when you're laying this down, I'm going to say this just so I don't forget, which is why you have your little lines here. It's going to hang over a little bit, and that is going to be your little spine, okay? And again, there's different ways. If you put a back piece on here, you can build it up with other cardboard pieces, but I'm just going to show you this way and try to keep my own mind straight instead of the 12 different ways that I've done it. Now, for your spine, the easiest way I have found to do the curved spine is to take your cardboard, okay? Now, I made this a little bit bigger because I find that no matter how I try to follow measurements, all that, I never cut it just right. So I always make mine a little bit bigger. Then you take your ruler and you just go in, and I did about 1/4 of a line, and I just made the little marks because I wanted my lines to be straight, so top and bottom. And then you take your X-Acto knife and you simply line it up, and then you just want to go in and you want to score it. And you're just making those score lines so that it is easier for you to bend it. It was a miracle for me because I don't have a lot of strength. And as you can see then, your cardboard will bend for you, maybe. This is why sometimes making tutorials can be harder, but it does bend for you, okay? It is just an easier way. I also found that when I scored it, I then had this straight line, because again, I'm not great at straight lines, for this one piece, because this is what you're going to glue onto the lip of your book. You want to try to get that straight. So you're going to want one that'll go over, and you're going to see, I'm going to show you because I made so many mistakes trying to do this tutorial last week. I also have found, for me, I don't like the book, the spine to go over as far as some of the artists I watched did it. Some do, some don't. I have just discovered personally for me, I only like 1/4 of an inch of it for the lid to attach to, which you will see. So you will want one that will be about 1/2 inch to an inch shorter. And this is a paper towel. I was trying to do like 2 things to show you that you can just use toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. And I'm going to use that to cover it. Otherwise, just cut 2 of these and score it. I'm getting nervous, guys. It's almost time to do it. All right. And then the lid. So this is what I've discovered for me, because again, I can't follow a tutorial. I make it the same size as my bottom. I'm going to have to cut this, but this way it was at least hopefully big enough. You know, sometimes it's not, and I have to recut it. But basically, when you lay this lid on top, what I do, and you will see, is I take my ruler and then I'm just going to put it like this to make sure that end to end is going to line up, because you want them to line up when you are finished. I sure hope that that makes sense. All right, shall we get started? Oh, Lord Jesus, please help me. Let's do this. It's really not that hard. It's just hard for me to explain it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your front piece, you're going to take your nifty little glue gun, and you are just going to make a line. Well, you're going to try to make it straight, which, as you can see, I don't always make things straight, but there you go. So just lay that down and then go ahead and lay this on there, and ta-da, you have your front. I'm pretty sure you guys are all already getting the gist of this, right? And this is another reason I have the lines, because that way I know I'm going to have, hopefully have at least the same measurements around. Again, most of you can probably just do this by eyeballing it. I'm just not one of those people. I will tell you another method that some of the artists do is they actually take this and the sides, they glue those together and then glue it onto the base. So again, you can do it any way you want. I just thought that this was the easiest way to show you at first. So you all are going to have to discover for yourselves which way you like it. So now you're just going to go ahead and you're going to lay your sides down. And And so lay your line, and remember your side is going to lay over just a little bit, and so glue up your side. And hopefully I am in frame because I am not going to do this again. And then you want to just go to the very edge of that. Again, for me, I have the lines drawn out because I don't necessarily see in, I just don't see straight. So you can see how your spine goes out a little bit. Now, this would be a good time to go ahead, and I even pulled off my little tape because I thought maybe it'd make it easier, that you can go ahead and tape your little pieces together. That just helps it because you do want it to be straight, and you're going to want your two sides to be equal, okay? So we just get it. Now, if you are gluing your pieces before your base, the tape will also help it. If you're using, say, a white glue because you don't have a glue gun, that tape then helps because white glue does not dry, obviously, as fast as the hot glue does. Which is one of the ways I tried to show you, but oh my gosh, I should have just posted it because y'all would have been like laughing or saying, oh Lord Jesus, help this poor girl. And so, yeah. So then you just want to glue again your other side. And this is where you do kind of want to make sure that they're like equal, so you don't have a cockeyed spine. So just get that on the side, get it on over, make sure that it is on there and on straight. Okay. And sometimes I do have to actually stop talking because I do want to make sure that it is on there straight. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and tape that little piece and make sure that we're on there. All right, so you can see how it's already beginning to build up. Now what you want to do is take your spine. So I'm going to just show you again because I'm special. This is where I would cut. So I have a straight lid. In the description box, you will see another artist. She isn't as challenged as I am. And so she has it already pre-measured. All her measurements are perfect and they come out great. Mine don't work that way. So what I do, because you're wanting to go on the inside of that lip, I will also give you a little hint because I did a couple when I was cutting out that I didn't go the length of my box. I cut it short. And so just know your spine is always going to want to be attached to the back end of your box. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look at this because I will then know about where I'm going to want to cut this. Again, this is probably going to be a preference because you're going to glue it like this. I don't like my lip hanging out really far. So on different tutorials and different people, you're going to find that some come out to, I want to say like half an inch, and some only come out about a quarter of an inch. So I'm going to want to come out at about a quarter of an inch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark that that is about where I want my spine to come into. I decided to go ahead and show you guys this because this was kind of an area that I was struggling in, but maybe somebody else would struggle as well. And so I have already scored this. So now I'm just going to go ahead and line up my ruler, and we are going to go ahead and cut this, and hopefully it will be straight because again, you never know. It won't be the end of the world because I have learned to literally cut it after I've glued it on as well. I'm just going to double check because, yeah, I have made a million mistakes. I want to make sure that I marked that line correctly. Okay, I did. You know, because sometimes I don't. So you can see that there's actually, it's not really that wide. Okay, so let's get this lined up. I apologize. I know that this is probably torturous to watch. And then go ahead and just cut it. And again, if you're just doing, you're great at measurements, you will have already cut this and you can skip this part completely. Okay? And now I also know that I'm going to mark this one too after I get this one on, and it's going to be a little bit longer. Okay, so again, you want to go in and you want to get it on the edge right here. You're going to see, and then you're going to want to put your glue there. So go ahead and mark your glue here, and this is where tape will come in handy for you, because even with hot glue, it doesn't always glue and hold right away. So get it on there, and you want to kind of make sure that it is a little bit flush. Now this piece is going to go in a little bit over, because your next piece is what is going to really be on there nice and flush. So I just kind of take some masking tape and I put it in there. Please remember, you're not going to see all the masking tape and all of that, because you are going to put little pieces of paper that cover all of it. Okay? So then you now have your spine attached on there. Then you just want to make sure it goes down and on your little corners. Okay? And then you're just going to wrap it over. All right? And actually, I probably would take this in. I'm going to leave this one. I would probably cut off another ½ inch. Again, I think that's a preference thing. I've seen different artists do it different ways. So after you make them, you'll find what you like the best. So again, we do have to wait a hot minute for this to just kind of attach itself. But there you go. You can kind of see this is how your box is put together. See how easy that is? And on the last video, I was measuring everything to make it all perfect for you all. And I just find that I make less mistakes when I'm not trying to be so exact. Because I'm not. I have to just start doing it, cutting it. And that's just what works for me. All right. Then, again, I'm going to measure this. This is what is going to be on flesh. So I can already see I need to cut this a little bit because it's a little too long. I thought I had got it perfect. Oh, I guess I did. So then you're going to glue this one, and you're going to want it to go around. Now, I know I need to cut this. I kept it long again because I just could not. I didn't have it in me to try to film again. And so I thought, you know what, just cut it on line, and who knows, maybe it'll even help somebody. You never know. Okay, so I know I need to cut it right there. And so, again, don't ever be discouraged that you can't do something, because you can. If I can do it, literally everybody on the planet can do it. I'm kind of nervous because I'm not on my grid, so I'm going to actually lift this up because I do need my grid to cut a straight line, or attempt to cut a straight line, because I have to line it up from this line to this line to make sure it's straight, because again, when I see something, I don't necessarily see it straight. And so I did most of my boxes, I just did this with the cardboard and scored, but I just wanted to real quick show you that you can do it this way. You didn't have to do it with the cardboard. Okay, so I was trying to kill two birds with one stone. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to just get your hot glue laid on there, and you're going to want to lay the second part of your, of course, need to put in another glue stick. So while that is rewarming itself, it doesn't want to stand up either. You know, you find all these real joys when you are filming. They'll go all smooth until you turn that camera on. do try to make sure it's flush. Again, nothing has to be perfect, but this is the base, and so you do kind of want to make sure it's on there straight. Okay, and again, tape helps with that, because you will not see all of these little pieces. All right, you're going to be gessoing over it, you're going to be covering it, and so you do not need it. And I can't believe that it looks like we're going to actually get through this without any phone calls, dog barking. Of course, my husband's home. He hurt himself this weekend. He fell down our stairs. We were having snow because we're back to winter, and he slipped on our cement stairs chasing our little crazy dog. So, and you can also tape this if you're struggling that it is going to hold. Please just feel free, go in there and you can tape this down as well. And let me wipe this up, because you don't want to have like the oozing glue. So pick it off. If you're a messy crafter like me, pick that off. Now I'm going to show you how you would do your lid. So now this is how I measure my lid. Okay, I do need for this to cooperate here. It's not wanting to stick, and that happens sometimes too. You do want it to stick. So what you do, for me, now remember, I cut the base of my lid to be as big as my bottom piece. So now all I do to make sure that it is going to be straight is I put my lid up here, and I can see right now that this is just a tad longer than what I want to be. So I just turn it upside down, okay? And then I take my ruler and I put my ruler on here so that it is completely flush with the bottom of the box. And now you know we had a Sharpie because y'all seen me use it. How can you, it's kind of like Christmas wrapping paper. You have your scissors, you have your tape, you have it all sitting around, and then all of a sudden you lose it. Which is why I have a million of them sitting by me. So for me, I find this to be the easiest. I'm not gonna cut this right now with you because we're gonna go on to the next step. So this is how I get where I know it's gonna be an accurate measurement. Then I take this line and this line, and I make sure that they're lined up, and I cut on the inside of my Sharpie because my Sharpie is a little bit thicker. And then you will see you now have created a book box. Easy peasy, huh? I told you it would be easy. So now what you want to do is you want to get out those strips of paper that I told you about. Let me move all of this really quickly for you. You're going to want to get out a paintbrush, and you can see I just use my old ones. And then whatever glue you're using, I actually have a little, I don't know, Tupperware container upstairs that I have just watered down white glue. Okay, but I have Mod Podge down here, so that's just what I'm going to show you. And also, I wanted to show you that if you, I forgot this step, if you guys want, which I suppose we could do online right now for you, because I know some of my friends are a little more meticulous than I am. And I do like this look, so you know. So what you want to do is, these are the thin stripes, okay? I literally took this piece right here, and I just laid it down on a piece of thinner cardboard, like a cereal box, and then I just kind of like stuck it on the end, and I drew a line so that I would have a fairly accurate width size. But you can measure. I think it works out to be like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit smaller. It'll just depend, and it's hard to give you a measurement on that if you're like our book boxes and stuff. The width of your cardboard is going to matter. So that was the easiest way. That's my tip to you. Then all you want to do is just glue them on. Now this just gives the top of the box like a more finished look, okay? You don't have to do this step. My first few box, I did not do this step, and then on the last few, I did do it. Again, I think you're gonna just find when you're making it, like, this is what I like, and you'll do it that way. Okay? Where are our scissors? I can't believe that we've actually even gotten this far. Okay, now I've also done this in different ways too. So one of them, I did a cute little angle cut because I thought, oh, that'll look cute. So then I angled it. Okay, you don't have to do this. It's not going to matter because you're going to literally cover it up. But again, do it the way you want. I will show you on the other side, like so it doesn't matter. And obviously you want to cut your angle on the other side. But I was just trying to show you that you can angle it, you cannot angle it, you can just cut it straight. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. You don't have to use a hot glue gun. You can be using white glue. Most of the artists that I have watched just use a white glue, PVA glue. That's all they're using. Some of them use like a crazy glue to adhere things to it. So again, I'll link it because I am so new at not only doing these boxes, but doing tutorials. And again, I do things a little bit different than anybody I know or have seen. So, and you just want to get that in there. I, of course, will go back and make sure everything is very securely glued down. But for the purposes of this video, I am just trying to literally show you all how to get it on. I have seen other artists too that when they're doing this, hold on guys, doing this part, they do it on the front of their book. I've never done that on any of mine because you're covering it, and I know I'm kind of like, even with junk journals, my favorite part is doing the cover. And so I know this is going to be way covered up. Okay, so then you get that. Now you pull out, oh, I can't believe I'm actually going to have it. I made it through this. And I hope that this makes sense to you guys. I hope I did not make this so confusing that you don't want to try it, because they are so much fun and they will add so much. This could be, I'm actually decided when I get back, I have faith that I'm going to get to my 1,000. I'm going to make a book box with you, and I'm going to fill the book box with different ephemera and lace and goodies, and that will be my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So, because we already made a journal, like, let's keep it fun and do different things with each thing. So then you're just going to take up, again, you can use, get out your scrap paper, okay? This is a great scrap buster. You do not have to use what I did, which is a paper bag, and I also use baking sheets, okay? Just use scrap paper. That's all you need, okay? Obviously, just get it wet. This is an awful brush. It's going to go into my mixed media pile because it's no longer bending. But then you literally want to cover, oh my gosh, I cannot even. So I don't throw away these brushes, so you know. That will someday be on a piece of canvas that you guys will watch me do down the road. But let me grab another brush. Can tell the brushes that I forgot downstairs. Then you just want to go in here and you want to begin covering your entire book box, okay? Inside and outside with this. This is going to strengthen your book box. Now, I am doing 4 of these boxes right now to finish up all my commitments. And I need to get them done. So I think 2 of them I will be showing you on camera. And I'm going to show you on camera because I'm going to do one with a wood putty, and then I'm going to do one without a wood putty. Just because I wanted to take you along. Sorry, I have like been doing so many of these, and I kind of have been naughty about not washing all my brushes. So some of my brushes are really jacked up. So you just want to get in there. You want to make sure it's all down. Okay, so what is this, like paper mache or whatever? So literally that's all you're gonna do. Just go in. I'm not gonna take the time because I can't speed up yet. When I learn how to do that, then you'll see me just speed up the camera. But literally, that's all you're gonna do. I take this upstairs at night so that I can be with my husband, because I can get very zoned in my studio, and I could live down here, and you know, the people that love me would prefer that I do spend time with them. So I have just found that then I can kill two birds with one stone. This does take about, I do it at night, and then when I wake up in the morning, we're ready for the next step. The next video, I will show you how to get your lid on because I've already done the boxes. But that is what you do. You want to go around your entire box and do your entire lid. Then what I do for the lid is I take a piece of wax paper and I lay it on top of the lid, and then I put heavy books down on it because it can warp, and that way your book box should be like where it is going to lay pretty flat on your cover. So guys, what do you know? We actually made it all the way through of constructing one. You have no idea what a miracle that is. And so I actually even got 3 videos done so far. And the next one I'm still going to do today with you all is I'm going to turn on, we're going to attach our lid, and then I'm going to do some wood putty on one for you. And on the other one, I'm going to actually do the crepe paper. But again, remember, you don't have to have that. I just want to show you the possibilities. All right, guys, thanks again. I so appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for staying with me in not only this new adventure, but just this adventure of doing this YouTube. I really appreciate all of you. Some of you have become so very dear to my heart. You have no idea. Like last week was so awful with between trying to get my business license. Just so many things happened last week, and you have no idea that your little comments to me, both on the channel and on my Facebook, that it literally kept me going last week. I was so discouraged and so frustrated, and you really mean the world to me, and thank you. I really appreciate you. So I hope you will join me on doing this because it is a lot of fun. I love these boxes, and so I hope you will too. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys.